Let's fix this. It is the 10th now. There we go. Okay, beautiful. Welcome everyone. It is 7:30 over here. Wow, it looks interesting. Looks like the move in Asia wasn't that big, which is interesting for GJ. Means may have some nice moves coming our way. But looks like we're in an interesting time at the moment. Looks like the candles at the moment are very small. So yeah, we'll take a look at that. Let's just take a look at news first, all that good stuff. I'll do Instagram as well. Oh,
morning.
Yes. Good morning, good morning. How's everyone doing? I saw yesterday, some people try to take that GJ trade again. And I support forming, I think I saw. I'll take a look at that as well. Yeah, it was somewhere, and I think people got like 9 pips, 10 pips, and then came back over here. Where was it? Yeah, here. I think people took the exceeding of the high, stop loss below. I think it went to, yeah, just 10 pips. About. Oh, that was nice. The support forming. I wanted to get in on this candle as well, actually, to be fair, but I just missed it. 2 o'clock. But yeah. On YouTube now, guys, make sure to come and join the fun. We're going to be breaking down GJ right now. So yeah, let's just put this on now. So yeah, yesterday we had a beautiful GJ trade just after the stream, guys. So people who were on the stream was just a little bit later on with this candle closure above all of these candles over here. Worked out very nicely. Got it on exceeding the high, I think, or on the flip maybe. I think it was in the flip. Yeah. Stop loss below, so nice 9 pip stop, and then TPs. Well, we looked left where the next resistance was, and there's one here. So this is where the target was mainly 720. Worked nicely. And then we got a slap from the market. Well, me and you did, Michael. No one else did, which was a bit of a pain, but anyway. So let's take a look over here. Let me just do this one thing. Where is it? Right, okay, so ready now. So daily time frame over here, we've had 3 daily bearish candles, which is interesting. Finally made some support, which is nice. However, you know, we are still in a bearish trend. If you take a look at the whole kind of structure, we have just continued down over here. Came up, made a resistance, then continued down. So maybe something the same again, coming up to a key level where we could form resistance to continue back down to the previous lows. That could be quite nice. So still sells would be on the card, but you know, we can still look at buys as well, because the fact that, you know, we are bullish with the time frames. My only issue is we're coming towards a big support, which is where resistance can form. But straight up here, it looks interesting. Looks like we are rebounding, making a support, which is nice to see. Very, very nice to see. So let's just move this here. So this is the daily flip. So I mean, as long as price exceeds, you know, 153, 150, 160 level, just above this region, then I think buys are going to be more valid. I just get a bit scared in this level here where we could form resistance. For me, let's say look at the 4-hour time frame. The 4-hour is bullish before. And the actual 4-hour time frame closed above, which is interesting. That's the first 4-hour closure above. You can see these candles here did not close above, so that's nice to see for sure. That is very, very nice to see. So let me just move this 4-hour flip here. Beautiful work. So, I mean, yeah, on the 4-hour looks still pretty reasonable to continue up because we've closed above this support, which is right here. So actually, it doesn't look too bad on the 4-hour time frame. To continue is mainly the daily one that's giving me a bit of the cautions because we're not really there yet. I suppose this daily is closed above this area here, 152,500, which is the daily support as well. This daily candle, what it has done over here is tapped, made the lower wick and it's tapped that low. So yeah, it could be valid for still buys, to be honest with you, actually looking at it now. Let's take a look at the lower time frames now. This is where it gets a bit tricky at the moment because prices got very, very low wicks. So take a look at the hourly. The body of the candles are pretty small, showing kind of indecision of where to go, which is a bit of a shame. Let's take a look on the 15-minute. Yeah, so the 15-minute now, let's take a look at our support and resistances. So here you can see we are holding this key level, 152.875. We actually just came all the way down and tapped the previous zone, and it retraced all the way back up. So yeah, let's take a look at the 30-minute as well. Yeah, this is when it starts to get a bit tricky. There is a key resistance that's been holding the whole time. So, I mean, buys above would be nice, but I'd wait for a strong closure, hopefully in the 30-minute, to continue bullish over here. I think that's what I'd look for. For continued sells later on, I'm trying to think of sells, because sells here, maybe on the daily flip to continue down. How big is this zone? 20 pips, yeah. Let's take a look on the 30-minute and the hourly, and then the 4-hour. Yeah, I don't know for sells because the issue I have here is there's a lot of traffic to this area, which is a bit annoying. So potentially on the 30 minutes, I may want to move it here. Let's take a look at the 15 again. Yeah, this gets hard, man, because there's only 10 pips scrape into this low. Then when you get to this low, you get a lot of traffic here as well, so it's not really the nicest zone for sellers, to be honest with you. The only thing you could potentially say is if this closes below here, 152.845, then it's closing back in this range and should fill this range up. So that would be a bit more aggressive there. So yeah, buys above, sells below could be interesting because that would be for sells below there. I mean, yeah, it wouldn't actually be breaking any lower time frames. The daily would be flipping though. Yeah, I prefer buys, to be honest, in this little region, but we'll see. We'll see. So let me just write this up. So buys above. Want a nice closure, just like yesterday, would be good for me. Buys above 153, easy work, but it does look like it's making some support anyway. Looking like we are starting to get some support forming to then continue, which would be nice. If we do reject these areas here and start closing below, then we should fill up this zone here, which also would be reasonable. So yeah, it looks pretty good for GJ. Let me just put it here. If I can get a nice selling opportunity below here, I would probably take it as well. So it looks like from the time of yeah, so 3:30 then it's been ranging here, which is interesting to see. But yeah, hope everyone had a great week. A great night last night. I watched the Real Madrid game. I'm glad I picked that game and then the other one. Fucking hell, the game was sick. It's too good. Let me just put this on Owanda. Morning, Maxi boy. Morning. Good morning. Let's take a look at gold then. So gold, let's just get rid of all of this. Looks like we pushed down hard, man. Holy shit. Damn, look how much we pushed down. Yesterday was a selling day. Very, very much so. That's a big bearish candle as well, man. When it happened last time, did we get a retracement back up? Let's take a look then. No, we did not. When we closed bearish, we just rejected pretty hard. Damn. I don't think it's going to be as easy as that, to be honest with you. But we'll see. So daily time frame over here, bearish, very, very strong bearish candle. Look how big this daily candle was. 800 pips. Fucking hell. 800 pips. My God. Now 4-hour time frame over here, looking like we actually closed in the previous 4-hour below a 4-hour support, which is looking quite mad. Let's take a look on the 4-hour time frame here. So the 4-hour is pulling down. Seems to be rejecting previous support level, which is right here, which could be interesting to continue down now. Let's take a look at the hourly. Hourly is pushing down pretty hard. Looking like we have made and caused a little bit of resistance at this level here. 1983. It's rejected pretty hard off it, which was support. Now it's resistance, and it looks like it may be continuing further down. If you just move this here, take a look on the 30-minute time frame and the 15-minute. Let's just move this down. Yeah, man, looks pretty good if price comes back below 1971. That will be pretty nice. So yeah, let's take a look on this. So if we do continue down, what are we going to look at? Well, we've got to look at the left-hand side. Where are we going to potentially see price continue to? So let's take a look on the lower time frame to see if we can get some potential zones. So if it breaks below 1972, then you know what happened before we broke. We came to a certain level, 1964, which is pretty close to this. So 1961 looks like the eventual target because this wick touched it as well. Which is as you can see, 100 pip zone, which isn't too bad. Maybe a bit of cause for concern in these areas, or minor. But still should get there pretty quickly if we do drop down, for sure. And yeah, wait, so potentially below 1971 would be pretty reasonable as well. Especially if this hourly time frame closes below, that would be nice. I'm in a sell on GJ. Ooh, a sell on GJ? I think sells on GJ would be better if you close below this area, because at the moment the 4 hours is going to be flipping very, very soon. The daily candle's bullish. May get a closure in the next 15 minutes above, maybe. Maybe.
And 1 hour it don't look the best for a sell.
Yeah, exactly. Look at that 1 hour retracement. Shee. Especially if that 4 hour exceeds the high of the previous, that would be pretty nice. That would be pretty nice. Smooth this like that, yeah. So right around them areas would be pretty good for a buy, to be honest with you. Even on that candle closure there, could have been quite nice. I just don't like the rejection there, because you could say this is a little support for him, but it did actually tap the high of this whole range, which is pretty mad. So a lot of traders say you can't trade as full-time trader. That's not possible. You have to do another thing. What are your views in full-time trading? I think it's pretty reasonable that you can't do it. I think a lot of people have been doing it for a long time. It depends. It depends on. I suppose it depends on how many trades you're taking, what's your percentage gain, how much you're spending overall, like in your life. Like, you know, if you're spending a lot, then you probably need some more streams of income. But like, I mean, for some people you can, like moi. So yeah, if we break above, let's take a look at where we can continue to, because it's really important to see where can we potentially have zones that may cause for concern. So if you do break above over here, looking like you got clean candles when we dropped off, which is good to see. We also have potential resistances at 153,380, which is, you know, a nice 40 pip range to the high. There's a little minor resistance I see here, which is at 153,149 here. Why do I say this? Well, because the fact we have resistances here, that could cause for concern there. So yeah, let's take a look. Potential fake out on the 30 minutes continue up. Yes, potentially. I've seen the 50 minutes just closed, bullish, which is nice. But yeah, this is the first target, and then this would be the second target for me in them areas. Oh yes. So yeah, hourly's sorry, the hourly and the 30 minute. Oh no, the hourly hasn't flipped yet. The 30 minute has flipped now, and the 50 minutes close still bullish. Oof. It's very tempting to get in here a bit earlier on that wick high, stop loss below. Oof. Just a little bit, because what will happen is if price then continues at London Open, you can be in that trade and have your stop on the low of the zone. Interesting. Yeah. The only issue you have there is that the hourly isn't with you. But I suppose if it does exceed that high at 957, then the hourly will be with you, which is nice. And then you'll be getting in right on the 4-hour flip as well. Ooh, that's tempting, man. Especially with this lower wick now. 7 pips stop. Oh, it's just before, but it could be nice, man.
Maybe you can wait for 30-minute closure, and that candle can be a confirmation one.
That is true, yeah. I just think that this may, as long as it respects this low over here and then exceeds the high, what can happen is price can continue up to these highs there. We're already in profit, stop loss to break even, and then this can just start to rally up. But anyway, yeah, we'll wait for the 30. Because when we get the 30, like you just said, we will get a nice strong bullish closure, hopefully in this area. That would be nice. That would be very, very nice. Make sure you like the stream there, guys, if you're new here as well. But yeah, it looks pretty good for GJ to potentially continue soon. Gold as well. Gold is just sitting on this hourly level at 1979. Still look on the 30-minute. Yeah, you can see that on the hourly, but you can't really see it on the 30 and the 15. Quite a key level there, actually. Quite a key level. Let's take a look at some questions, guys. Make sure you send some questions. Recently there's been not many questions about trading as a whole. Make sure to ask them. You don't know how big the 1 hour bottom wick will be. Yep, that's true. Flipping the 30-minute as well now, so yeah, it's best to wait. Best to wait. On Tuesday I got screwed with this 745 candle on GJ, so careful, guys. Yeah. I mean, when we do backtesting sessions, most of my trades come at like 8 AM, so it's best to just wait. Just gonna quickly go to the toilet. I'll be back in a second. But yeah, I do think it depends on this 30-minute candle closure and this hourly, to be honest. Because if it just closed below again, it's rejected this zone for like the 3rd, 4th, 5 times. So 2 minutes, guys. Back in action. Right, so Looks like we've just exceeded the low of the 15. So yeah, man, still playing in our trading zone over here. Nice. Let's take a look at some cryptos today. Actually, a couple of days ago.
Don't look at crypto.
What, has it gone down again?
Yeah.
I was gonna sell last night. Fuck! I don't know, man. It's starting to get a bit dodgy now because the US is starting to say they want to make their own, and they're just gonna regulate it and shit.
I think today Fed will release March the rates for I
Interest
forgot.
rates.
Yeah, probably, yeah. And if it exceeds the current one, then everything is going to fall down. Crypto, S&Ps, everything.
Yeah, not good.
And I think that that jump yesterday was just because of that, you know, like getting a little bit higher price so that people can open long positions.
Yeah.
And then they will cut them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a bummer. Should have sold last night. Oh, so this 50-minute and 30-minute coming down to a certain level over here, rejecting the high again. This hourly's closing. If this hourly closes below 820, that'd be nice as well. That would be kind of interesting. Let's take a look at some questions. Let's take a look at Discord, see if anyone's putting any charts in over here for this morning. This morning. Nah, just yesterday trades. Yeah, yesterday as a whole was pretty good. I think there was just some sell-offs on gold, which was pretty mad. They worked pretty nicely. The only issue was it just kind of the entries here were pretty hard to get because of the fact they didn't really make a top wick. The only top wick it made was there. What time was that at? Yeah, 2:45. Right here, man. I mean, these 15-minute, I've seen this happen quite a lot. When we break above, we reject and we just come and exceed the low of the previous. That's the only entry you could get there. That's like 34 pip stop. That isn't too bad. Hey Max, I know you don't trade Bitcoin USD, but could you look at since it as a strong level of support? Yeah, I think for cryptos, I think it's just it'll be based on the fundamentals recently. Because I've seen that the especially the US trying to crack down on how they can tax you on it and shit. So it won't be as decentralized as you think now. Yeah, it's right of support, but that's a big bearish candle. It's a big bearish candle, especially on the 4. Oh my god, yeah, it just completely corrected that move yesterday. Damn. Damn, Daniel. Corrected it pretty badly. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I still think I'm still happy with potential buys, to be honest with you, probably more than sells, because we still, you can see here, we're still in a trend up. So if we are in a trend up, it should stay between these lines and just gradually continue up. So yeah, also remember people in the mentorship at probably say like 9:30, 9:45. Gonna do the simulation session. Gonna do gold again. So I think we've done gold now for most of February. So we did GJ, and then we did gold simulation February part 2. So we'll do part 3 today. It's gonna be interesting to do this past week because we've actually had some sell-offs. So looking at ways of how to get into sells and gold would be interesting as well. It looks like especially me and Brian when we're talking about it, it looks like I think Brian's not here today, but it looks like we're starting to see which ones are going to be buys, which ones are going to be sells, which is good to see. Normally, if the higher time frames are really bearish and we're starting to push down quite heavily, then they don't have enough push to come to the highs and start taking some buys. So it's only when prices starting to like range at certain levels and hold support, that's when you start getting some beautiful buys. 4 minutes left for this candle closure on gold. Yeah, 50 minutes left as well.
I've been liking these entries, Max, where it comes up and looks like it's going to flip the 30 or whatever,
Mhm.
and the previous candle has a nice lower wick on it to fill the wick at some stage in the candle.
Mm.
I see exactly what it's doing right now.
On Goldie, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we've been looking at these heaps, and it nearly happens every time.
Yeah, so what a candle closes makes it comes back up and then starts and fills the wick.
Yeah, but for some reason they always open. A lot of the time they open with a huge lower wick in a downwards trend,
Yeah.
and it fills it. But half the
I get
time you can't tell, obviously, because the candle obviously ends up,
Yeah,
how
yeah.
full or whatever. But it happens a lot.
Yeah. It's actually good to see that the 15 stops is not that bad either. Yeah.
This wasn't that was still 20 pip stop.
That's not too bad. I think if this 30-minute closes, how much of a stop you've got on that high? That's not even that bad at all.
It was right on res though.
Yeah. This hourly closes below this level. Oof, we should come back down at 1971, 1972. There's a bit of traffic here, but for the most part, I should just feel it. Especially in this hourly, you can see. Yeah, that could be quite interesting. If we can get a nice stop. What you doing now? Yeah, that could be quite interesting because the 4 hours is still very, very bearish. Should fill this wick up now, and the daily is still bearish as hell. Bearish as hell, boy. Yeah, I'm gonna be patient here. Look at this 30. See if we can get a nice top wick and then a drive, maybe. I may increase my stop losses on gold because recently I can't get into any trades, man, because they're just so much bigger. So gotta adjust it. Just use a smaller stop. Today Euro USD news. Yeah, so Euro news at 12:45 and USD CPI at 1:30. Not too bad, not too bad. Is there ones later on tomorrow? Is there any interesting ones?
Max, take a look at GJ on 30.
Okay. Oh. We've came all the way back up over here.
That's a nice rejection.
Yeah, it is. It is indeed. And the good thing is the stops are not bad at all. If you got in on that high, your stop could be here. It's pretty nice. It does look very nice. Yeah, this is gonna launch.
Oh, gold.
This gold just gone.
Oh, it's going.
It's going. It's mid going.
Oh my god, if we had taken that on the flip, 45 pips.
Nah, you've seen it though. Next time that happens.
I just wasn't looking.
Yeah.
I was too busy watching TikToks.
Do you love
Fuck, it's gonna fill that range all in one go.
It looks like, yeah. I can see it on my MetaTrader. So if you do continue up, yeah, 147 would be nice. So candles closing here in 20 seconds time. We are closing bullish on this 30-minute, which is nice to see. Where the fuck are my magic keys out there? Which is very, very nice to see. Let me just move my... Right. There we go. Fucking hell, I was thinking, man. Right, okay, so yeah, 30 minutes closed nicely over here. It's going to be interesting to see. I do want to get in, but it's just, do I want to get in this traffic here? The only thing would be the stops. Oh my god. This is looking like a lot of volumes coming in over here, so holy shit. Yeah, this is definitely news. What is going on, GJ? So yeah, 30-minute close strongly. I mean, this could be just making little wicks, but at the moment it looks like it's been a bit kind of volatile in that area. I'm probably going to wait a little longer over here. Taking a look at gold now. Gold's got a solid closure below. Gold has got a solid closure below. Look at the hourly as well. Yeah. You should eventually get up to 1971. But already stops here. 20 pip stop for a 30 pip gain. Yeah, it's annoying that I pushed down so much in that last candle there. If that 30 minute just closed like there, it would be beautiful. So GJ still hasn't exceeded the low of the previous candle, so still reasonable. Yeah, we'll see. Good morning, squad. Good morning, good morning. Look at H1 on the GJ, real messy, just small wicks up and down. Yeah, the hourly closing doji is a bit annoying. Hopefully the next 15 or 30 minute candle can close above. Then it would be chill. That would be chill. As I said, now I am in a GJ buy. Oh, nice. GJ buys. Looks like gold just completely retraced that move it just did in that last couple minutes in the 5 minute candle. Taking a look at the 4 hour. Yeah, it's a hard one because it has made some support as well. And where's it just tapped? It's just tapped that level of support. 1974. And retraced off it. 1973 is a very strong area. Yes. Very, very correct. It ain't moving from it, eh? Very, very correct. Yeah, that looked like there's some crazy bit of volume coming in over here. What do we look at? Forex Live. Called. Oh shit! No, not that one. Forex Live. Here we go. Okay. Take a look. So some things have been. The UAE says remains committed to international act on its own. Look, the US is going to track crypto transactions. I saw that one. Yeah, it's not the best. So take a look now. GJ is pumping down over here. This kind of came out of nowhere, to be honest with you. So it doesn't feel like this could potentially be some news. Did come out of the open, but it was looking good to continue bullish over here, especially with that closure. The hourly has exceeded the low of the previous now. Jeez. Gold has retraced a lot the whole way. So yeah, kind of volatile. Don't worry about it. Yeah, we'll see. This next 50-minute candle. Gold back up 4 USD by opening. Yeah. Oh yes. Gold look like it's coming above this zone again, which is 1780. Key level of support if it holds. It's looking like it's going to potentially flip the 4-hour candle again. Looking like it's going to. Potentially completely retrace this whole move just before London. Holy smokes. Hoping for a retracement back to 1987, then break the previous low to continue down. Interesting. Oh my god. These candles came out of nowhere.
Fucking hell.
These candles came out of nowhere. Flip the daily time frame now.
Oh, gold. Sheesh.
Ripping up.
It's already pushed up 60 pips in 4 minutes.
That's a mega.
Absolute stitch up. Why couldn't we be in this?
Well, I mean, it was just completely fucking random. I mean, gold for me, my whole bias on that was sells, and it's just completely reversed. There's absolutely no way I could have got buys there on gold. The hourly just closed bearish. The 30-minute just closed pretty bearish. Going back to the previous support. Shit came out of nowhere. Same with this GJ, to be honest with you. Kind of opened straight away. Yeah, just dropped. So looking like it is really rejecting this zone at 153. So it could be interesting to continue to fill to 550. That's probably what I'll look for. Yeah.
Morning, everyone. Morning.
Good morning, good morning. Looking like a lot of news today. A lot of volume.
This gold move and GJ might be the marketeers from London absorbing the fucking news that about Russia bombing a maternity house.
Oh shit.
Yeah, which they completely put down to pieces, and they have now found out that it was not accidental, because on a briefing meeting a couple of days ago, they said that the maternity should be evacuated because Ukraine was how was it? Ukraine was taking care of its young fighters, so it was not accidental.
That is not good. At all. At all. The 30 minutes coming above on the hourly, on Goldie. Flipping the 4 hour again. It looks like these time frames over here still flipping the higher time frames, but it seems to be really respecting this level still, which is good. Some people are saying that was old news. Some people said they bombed a children's hospital. It was last night. Oof. Yeah, that's not nice. I take sell on GJ 950. Oh wow, you got up here. Jeez. That's nice. Why did your broker flip the daily but FXMC still not? It's because it's different providers. Yeah, don't get worked up on that. Just use the one that you prefer. The only reason why I use Awanda is because I don't like the gaps. The gaps are just annoying to me. Yeah. Next thing media will say they bombed an old folks home, get everyone all angry and shit. Yeah. Not good at all. Not good at all. Ah man, fucking crypto's shagging it down again. No. There's one good saying: war is time when young people don't know each other, don't hate each other, but kill each other. For old people who knows each other. Yeah, that's very true. When you take sell on GJ Max, I'm gonna wait for this closure. I think I'm just being a bit cautious because that feels like, considering gold just pushed up and GJ just flown down, and at the same time it may be a bit fundamental. So I kind of want to just be patient. See how it will work over here. We will see. Yeah, there's still enough zone to come to these little levels over here. Still 18 pips, which is pretty decent. It is pretty decent. And taking a look on the daily, it's doing what I kind of expect. It's tapped the previous levels. May potentially continue down now. Someone says GJ buys now. I don't think so. Maybe not GJ buys right now, because it looks like we were in a zone before here. We've now broken below the zone. We're going to be closing in 5 minutes time. So it may not be the best for a buy right now at GJ. Maybe. So we'll see. I'm going to wait for this candle to close. Hopefully it doesn't run too far off without me. But then if the next candle opens, comes back to 830 at level here, then flips, and goddamn, I'm going to be in that. For sure, because what will happen is price will continue back up. Maybe make the top wick here, relax. Tap the previous high of the zone it's just closed in, and then flip and continue. That would be very nice. Isn't gaps filled useful information? Yeah, I mean, I still know when they're there. Just for me, I don't like seeing it on my chart. It just confuses me. Have you really only taken 2 trades all of March? For the London session, yes. Overall, no. Probably like 5 or 6. 5 or 6, probably like 6. The 10th of March. Actually, a bit more, I think, because I did some last week as well. Ooh, pushed down a lot over here. Yeah, this is looking interesting. Looking interesting. Bit But yeah, a lot of volume here as usual, just because of the news, etc. Just makes things a bit more volatile, and closures are less. Max? What is your entry for gold? I gotta see, to be honest. For me, the 4-hour time frame is too close to the flip to actually do anything. It's not like it's it's pushing up or down. It's kind of just ranging in that area. I mean, maybe above 1983 to fill that wick. But yeah, I'll have to see for this. I want to see this 30-minute closure back above for me. Oh, fuck off, GJ, man. Why'd you do that in one candle, man? Your support is on 152.550. Yes. Yep. I can see it on the 30-minute here, and I can see it on the 15 here as well. This area. That's where my supports are. Loads of volume, but no entries. Yeah, man. It's just what happens with fundamentals. You just gotta wait for that little setup that does give you an entry, then you're gonna be good. A very, very highly probable setup, and then you should be Gucci. But getting in here, this is completely impulsive. I mean, maybe if you wanted to get in on the low of the hourly just with the impulse and just hope that it starts to continue. But yeah, wow, so completely done this move in one candle. Great. That makes the session very fun again. 4-hour breaking the low. Yeah, breaking the low of the previous one, so very, very bearish now. Reacting off that level, which is good to see, to be honest. Coming towards this daily support level at 524. Yeah, that's a bit annoying, man. Came back to this area. This area now for me is a no-go. It looks like ass on the left-hand side. So yeah, just a shame. You can't do much about that. If you get butt hurt about this, like, oh fuck, man, it moved down without giving me an entry. Yeah, you can't do much about that. You just have to get on with it. You just have to get on with it. You just gotta get on with it and wait, man. It's really, really patient, When I used to watch Raja when I was learning, like when he was on streams like 2-3 years ago, the amount of times we'd miss just a setup just because it didn't close properly. There's loads of them, so it's all a part of the game. All a part of the game. So 1 minute 41 seconds time for a closure. Should I close GJ buys now? Yeah, you shouldn't have been in them at the start here, to be honest. But yeah, I would not.
Should I close GJ buys?
I wouldn't be in GJ buys right now. Yeah.
The Discord boys are fucking laughing. That's hilarious. Yeah.
Let's hope GJ goes up. Nah, man, I don't think GJ is gonna go up anymore. I don't want to tell you what to do because, it may just completely reverse. But for me, it doesn't look like, go through your checklist of what things are wrong, right? Let's take a look. The daily candle's bearish, right? The 4-hour candle is bearish. It's exceeded the low of the previous candle. So, that's a probability for us. Not too much good for a buy. The hourly candle is very, very engulfing bearish. Not looking too good. Resistance forming on the high as well. So there's nothing in your favor for a buy. Apart from... no, nothing. There's literally nothing. It's not even a bullish trend. Yeah, there's literally nothing on your side right now. It depends where you got in, And if you take this trade off, why did you take it off here? First of all, where did you get in? So, this is not being nasty. This is just saying constructive criticism. If you got into a buy here, which is what I was looking at, which is looking pretty interesting, then why didn't you close on the low here on the 30? That may be an option. Maybe on the daily flip, that would have been an option if you wanted to give it a bit more room. But closing here after another 18-20 pips is run down is just silly, especially after that daily flip. But instead of just getting pissed off with yourself and getting moody and putting it in your chart and forgetting about it, just go through it and go, what did I really do wrong here? Because as I say, it's just like running a restaurant. Look at your costs and look how you can minimize your costs. If you're buying groceries and stuff, and they're costing a lot of money and you don't have that many people coming in and you've just spent this much money, well, why don't you just reduce how much you're going to be buying and take it out here? So it'll cost you a lot less. There's always ways to minimize your losses. You know, pretty much every single trade you have, apart from unless you're spot on, there's a good way of managing risk. Recently though, it's been a different circumstance because it's just been running so quick, or just running to TP or running to stop loss so quick. So that's kind of hard recently, but I mean in general, you know, like through NY and London through December, like 5 pips, 6 pips, 7 pip stops were pretty consistent, and that's like how I could manage risk. And I was like, yeah, you know what, I've managed that to the best of my ability. So, and always use a stop loss. Yes, plan your stop loss before the trade happens, and leave it. Don't change it. Don't move it unless you're moving it to manage risk. GJ daily flip is possible. GG I see clear candle down only. Yep. Buys and gold, it flipped the 4 hour. So now we've had a 15-minute closure bullish, which is nice. 30-minute hasn't closed yet though, however. But yeah, I mean, potentially if it comes and exceeds this high, that'd be nice to continue back up to 89. Issues to stop. Stops would be 30 pips. What is the meaning of the daily flip, boss? Just the daily flip is showing you the higher time frames in the lower scale. So if I go here, I'm on the 50-minute time frame, but I know that the daily's bearish, the 4 hours bearish, without even looking at the higher time frames. It just keeps things intact. But if this candle here comes up there, then we are flipping the daily to bullish. So it's good to see higher time frames working like that, for sure. But yeah, it's a shame that that candle just pushed all the way down, man. Bit of a pain in the ass. Take a look on the 5-minute on gold. Yeah. My issue is can you see now? We've just finished this little push, and now we're starting to relax. This is suggesting to me that it may be potentially news that just came out. It's just moved, and now it may sit over here for a while. So I'm just gonna wait for this 30 minutes to close, I think, on Goldie. Stop loss to put away of flipping. Yeah, it's just to see the higher time frames, man, and like, yeah, and if you can have your stops like above them, then they're quite good levels to have them. They're just beautiful to have on your chart to see. Let's take a look at AUD JPY, which we've been looking to backtest pretty recently, as it looks quite interesting to trade. Let's take a look then. So through Asian session, we pushed nicely. So get rid of all this and look at just potential supports and resistances. Well, this was resistance. This here was also resistance. But it doesn't really matter. They would have worked anyway. Closure above. Here, stop loss below. 10 pip stop. 11 pip gain. Easy. Or you could have maybe have got in here when support started forming there. So you stop loss below the previous zones. TP would have been at the highs. That would have worked. Then what happened? Well, price came back down. I mean, especially on this one here. You can see that this is support, this is resistance. Price made a high, came back down, made a nice strong level of support, and rebounded off it. Did the 30-minute close bullish as well? Yeah. So maybe on the 30-minute here, that would have worked nicely. This is a textbook trade. Especially on the 30-minute, support formings seem to work a lot easier. Sorry, not that one. And there's your setup. So price came down, price made bullish, strong closure. Take a trade either on the flip with a 10 pip stop. TP would be a little bit higher over here, breaking the highs. Beautiful work, very, very nice. Very, very nice on our GPY. Let's take a look at the higher time frames as well. Higher time frames are always bullish, making some support in the previous. So yeah, that was a nice Asian session. Sorry, I was away from the computer then. Does anyone like gold on the 50-minute flip? I do like it. Maybe not on the flip, maybe on the high. There's 9 minutes left for the 30. Yeah, it still could be reasonable. The issue I have is right at that 4-hour flip, man. It seems to be messing about. But I do think potentially if this candle here, yeah, 30 pip stop is reasonable, potentially. 30 pip stop. But, you know, as the time goes down, then I'll probably just wait for the 30-minute to close, which isn't too far, to be honest. If you got in on the flip, however, the stop is going to be 18 pips. It's pretty reasonable. Or you could have your stop on the flip just below this level here. Like 25 pips. Yeah, it just does have enough time in the candle. 80 minutes left. The 30 minutes is still very, very bullish. So you can look at these 5 minutes. Oh, yeah, that looks pretty tasty, man. Yeah, I may have missed it over here. Still has enough time in the candle. Yeah, I might have missed that, motherfucker. Let's take a look. So looking good now on that flip. Yeah, man. Missed the entry. It was writing out, motherfucker. So you could potentially have an 18, 20 pip stop. That's like the most reasonable stop you're going to get on gold for a while. Which is pretty nice to see. Could then potentially continue up to 1988. Beautiful. Let's take a look and see if this works over here. The reason why I liked it is a 5 minute passing the high. It was beautiful. So it should continue here. So something like this. I couldn't write out the signal out, guys, but yeah, 7 minutes left. Still has enough time in the candle to continue. Let's take a look on the 30. Yeah. So I haven't taken this, guys, but it does look pretty good, especially exceeding that 5 minute high. Should be continuing. How to manage risk? The issue is with gold right now is you can't really manage the risk. But yeah, looking good now, exceeding the high of the previous. Should be good to continue bullish over here. So if you've got that entry, especially if it breaks that high, could get a nice push to 1988. Six minutes left. See if this gets to TP. Gold starting to, GJ starting to flip again, coming to the lows. As I said, kind of done this move already, man. So, you know, always think about this in your FOMO. You know, if price here was where you wanted to take the trades and you've missed it and you're trying to get in here now with like the low levels of movements that you can get out of it, then, you know, just take it on the chin and go, you know what, I missed it. Beautiful. Exceeding this high over here. Last 5 minutes, this candle should push up nicely. The 5 minutes. Yeah, I think 17 pips. That's not too bad on that. So up 17 pips on that trade. Your stop was 17. So potentially stop loss to break even to continue. Because you got your 1-to-1. It should continue bullish over here. Take a look at the 5 minute time frame. Yeah, maybe you'd want to close at 1-to-1. 20 seconds left for this 5 minute. Maybe pushing out a little bit more pips over here in the 20 seconds. And break even. Nice, Craig. Yeah, the issue is this 30 is probably going to make a bottom wick, isn't it? So, I mean, yeah, closing out at 20 pips is going to be pretty reasonable with that stop. 1-to-1. It's like a 10 pips trade. Nice. My entry slipped a bit. Ah, that's a shame, Craig. Stop loss to break even. Beautiful work. Hopefully we can get this nice push just before. See how low this 5 minute can come down over here. But that's a nice strong 5 minute closure. Just got to see if your trade can stay in over here. Let's take a look at GJ. GJ coming back down 475 over here. Jeez. GJ really taking a dump, yeah. Taking a dump in areas that are not pleasing.
I got slipped almost 10 pips on gold.
Fuck off. Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I got-
Scott and I took that gold as well, Max.
Yeah,
No.
I had my buy stop at 82, 83, and I got activated at.
I closed 80% at 13 pips
Not too bad.
Yeah.
just to secure some profits.
That's good. That's good. Your stop was pretty decent, yeah. Have you still got a little bit of running, Finn?
What was that? Sorry.
Have you got still some running?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's up 15, 16 pips.
Yeah, I should get it to 988 hopefully. Before
I've,
this. Nice.
I'm gonna try see if I can run my TP up to like 1988 or something.
yeah.
Might as well.
988
It's
would
only-
be reasonable. The only issue is the
only
30-minute
20%.
closing. 30-minute closing, it's got to.
Yeah, might get.
Yeah, has to make a low work, doesn't it? I don't know. That
We'll
5-minute closure, the one that's just happened there, is pretty nice. Should continue up for sure. Sir, are you not share your views if someone share their chart? No, I will share my views. Just send me a chart either in the chat or in the Discord. I'll take a look. My buy stop was 1982.9, but entered 1983. That's not too bad, yeah. Still a bit though. You're up like you're up like 15 pips. Yeah, this is when you got to think maybe if this 5-minute close is bearish, I'd take that off. Oh, you banked 8%. Okay, wicked. Yeah, beautiful. That's good then. Beautiful. Come on, push up a little bit higher for the boys over here. That was nice though, man. I didn't have time to react to that, but beautiful 15-minute flip. That was actually a reasonable stop as well. Oh, come on, do it for the boys. 1988 inbound. That 5 minutes flipped, exceeded the high. Potentially get a nice push before this 30-minute closes. From news channel, the meeting of Ukraine and Russian farmers in Turkey has begun. Ooh, interesting. Yeah. That's why it's moving a lot then. So the hourlies exceeded the high of the previous as well, which is pretty nice as well. Let's take a look at the 4 hour. 4 hour is very, very bullish, so you may be alright over here. Just push up a little bit higher for these boys. So that was an entry of where you can potentially get an actual reasonable stop, guys, which is pretty nice to see, to be honest. Coming towards 1986. Beautiful work. To be honest with you guys, if this 30-minute closes, I'd probably close it on the 30 minutes because normally the lower wick is a bit aggressive. Gotta say, you may just get to 1988 before. Oh, amazing. Did you
we should have held this baby on.
Did your boys take gold on market or buy stop? Buy stop, yeah. We take a lot of buy stops in our group because of the fact it doesn't really affect your FOMO side. So normally you'll see price maybe coming to the flip or whatever, and you're like, oh, maybe I should get in, and it actually hasn't hit the flip yet, and you're just entering on your emotions. Whereas if you have it set on a buy stop, it's a lot easier. The only issue is the slip sometimes, but it doesn't really happen that much often, to be honest. Just come back, are we in a trade? I called it over here on the flip, which a lot of people got into, but I couldn't write the signal, unfortunately. But yeah, the flip over here on gold, stop loss below here, in 1981. Coming towards these 30-minute closes, when you got to think, am I going to take my runners off before? Or is your runner going to stay on? This is all down to you. I mean, for me, I'd probably close a little bit more off over here because you're up nice. You know, you're up a nice margin. You're 35 pips at that high was pretty good. 5-minute close in 20 seconds time. Ooh, it could close bearish here. Fuck that. I'd take my profits, boy.
GJ took a dump as well.
Yeah, GJ is taking a dump. He's taking a dump into an awful area though, which is my issue. I think later on though, this is good to set the trend. Look at the daily time frame now, doing exactly what we said here, coming to that area and rejecting, which is good to see. What I want now is to potentially close. Let's take a look on the 30-minute. I saw it somewhere. Yeah, it's gonna be probably below this area again, which is actually only 10 pips away. Fucking hell. Oh, it should be good. That just reflipped. Jeez. I goes full at 24 pips to wait for 30-minute. Beautiful. Beautiful, Craigie. So start of the 30-minute over here. Nice strong candle. You just got to think, you know, is it worth it? Am I going to be annoyed if I want to get stopped out here when I'm up, you know, 35 pips? You got to think that there's a big resistance there at 1988, but it should potentially get there. It's just how big is this lower wick going to be, if there is going to be a lower wick. So look on the 30-minute. Yeah, nice. Come on, get that TP to 1988 over here. Finish this move, boy. Waiting for it to hit 1987 to push for to the downside on gold. You know, this is what I think, right? I have heard that so many times. So think of that sentence, right? So what he said over here is waiting for to hit 1987 for a push to downside, right? So in this candle, I don't know if you mean it like this way, because what you could potentially be saying is I'm waiting for a resistance to form here to then continue back down, which, you know, could be reasonable. The issue with the sentence that I see here is, are you predicting it's going to be a sell here? So for example, if you just come to 1988, you're just going to take a sell to continue down, or are you waiting for a closure to give you that confirmation? So for example, if price comes back up here like this, are you then going to be waiting for a potential 15 or 30 minute to close like this to then continue down? Sorry how shit that candle was. To then continue down. This is what I see with a lot of people who starting off. Are you trying to predict where price is going to go, or are you getting a confirmation and you've got knowledge and back testing of data that you know it's going to continue down? That's the difference. Okay. So if you know that, you know, this is a key level of resistance, which it looks like it potentially is. However, you know, one thing you got to do is not just take a sell when you come to that level, because, you know, you never know, this candle could start to just continue up, and then you're in a sell here and you're going to be royally fucked now, because you've closed above and you're going to continue to the next resistance, which is here. So yeah, it's exceeded the previous 30-minute and 50-minute highs. It just needs to push a little bit harder, but yeah, it has to make that low wick, man. So you have to see. This. But yeah, beautiful. That's a fire mindset. The man is speaking facts. Yeah, man. Well, I just remember me doing it. Like, I remember like coming to an area and going, "Oh, I'm gonna take a sell here." It's like, well, why don't you just wait for a candle to close bearish first, to then, you know, help you out. 220 people in here, guys. Let's make sure you like the stream over here. Talked about this gold trade on the flip of the candle. Couldn't write the signal down for my group, but it looks like a lot of them took it anyway, which is nice. Especially with the stop. The stop was an actually beautiful stop. Really, really good work. So yeah, this trade over here nicely now. 42 pips. Decent. Very, very nice. So taking a look at R to R, so, you know, if you potentially got a 1-to-1 R to R, that was reasonable for sure. You're in barely any drawdown. There was no drawdown, I'm pretty sure. You had a nice 18 pip stop. Closing it, you know, 18 pips was here, just on the high, and then you got an extra little push over here. So you could have got a 2-to-1 risk to reward there with a very, very good stop. And no drawdown. Beautiful, beautiful work. I kind of want to, even though I didn't get in this, I really kind of did talk about this trade. So let me just put this on over here. Let me just put this on. Beautiful work. Very, very nice. And then runner, you know, as I said, it's come to this resistance. This is where I'd take my runner off, potentially. Unless you think that the higher time frames could potentially push you higher. You got to think to yourself, is that going to be worth it? Yeah, mine was just over 1-to-1. Beautiful, Craig. Nice work. Nice work, yeah. Yeah, wow, look at this. The one thing that I could see that may have given you a kind of mindset to take an impulse is that normally when we see a GJ or, you know, a certain trade pair start to range like this. So can you see the body of the candle is very, very small. You do generally just wait until you break below and above on a London Open, and it does start to push down nicely or up nicely. So yeah, that is pretty good. Not gonna personally, I can't have much faith in sales today ahead of potentially the highest inflation rate in 40 years being announced in NY. Oh, is that today? Wait, sorry, I didn't look at this properly. Yeah, today. 1 second. Oh, yeah. That inflation is actually like ridiculously bad. I hope people realize now from COVID that I was fucking stupid. Yeah, reflipping this now doesn't look too good to potentially continue. Should have potentially done that with that 5 minute. I probably would have closed my thing there, 1985. But it was nice. Beautiful work. Can you please elaborate why you take this gold trade? I was late. So the gold trade was based on the higher time frame. So we flipped the 4 hour again. Look at the 4 hour, okay? So the 4 hour time frame, the last one closed bullish. And where also did it close bullish? It closed bullish above the previous support. So as long as we reject this zone and don't come below these levels, we should continue bullish. We then got the 4 hour flip, which is this candle here, flipping back after it's made a lower wick. Where did the lower wick tap? Well, it tapped the previous support, which is here. Okay, so then we continue to flip up. So for me, it looked like support was forming. You take a look at the lower time frames over here, and we had a very, very strong 50-minute candle closing above the zone. Take a look to the left hand side. Where is the support? Well, you go price held support here, here, and here. Okay, closed above that level. We got the closure. And then we got the closure here, 50-minute candle closure. Made a nice lower wick, could get in on the flip of the candle with stop loss below. And then, yeah, beautiful work. Nice work. Moved nicely. So quite simple, man. Using the higher time frames to guide us where we're going. And then continued. This is called FOREX Factory. You took it or you called it? I called it. Unfortunately, I was writing the signal. Literally had the signal here. Mid-signal. I was like, I'm gonna miss this, boys, but you guys get it. FOREX Factory, yeah. So yeah, our GPY coming back to previous support. Yeah, really nice work over here in our GPY. Simple moves. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Yeah, man, it's gotta fucking get out of this zone. My issue is this zone is getting smaller and smaller. Sorry. It's gonna pop and, you know, it's gonna pop one way, and I hope it's not down here. I hope it's there. I should have sold yesterday, man. I don't want to hold crypto anymore. I don't trust it. Let's take a look here. Take a look on here. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, for me, I'm gonna wait for later on, potentially below this zone. I think for GJ to then continue. Knowing our luck, soon we'll sell and take a shoot to 100k. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing, man, with cryptos, isn't it? It's like, bro, but if I sell here, oh man, I just launch up. To be honest with you, if it gets to, I mean, like there, it's only doubling my money. I'm not really too asked about that. I mean, and that'll take fucking ages. To be fair, it was only there in November, to be fair. It's a hard one. Is it warming up your side of the world? No, it's still freezing. It's getting a bit lighter, but it is still cold as shit, to be honest with you, which is rather annoying. But yeah, GJ 50-minute potential fake out, and you know, this is what I think. You know, if this 50-minute candle closes, right, what is in your favor, right? what is the one thing of so fake out? I think you mean like maybe a buy. Maybe I think you mean. So I think what you mean is if price kind of closes above this support that's just broken here. Okay, a fake out. Now, what is in your side for this trade to happen? So you're thinking that maybe you could continue bullish here, etc. Well, you've got the 50-minute on your side, right? That's the one thing you've got. Take a look at the other ones. Let's take a look at the 30-minute. Well, the 30-minute you do not have, because the 30-minute, when this 50-minute closes in 4 minutes time or whatever, your 30-minute is still open. And what that would look like is just a top wick to still potentially continue down. So the 30-minute is still not really with you because it hasn't closed yet and could still do this. Okay, could be just making the top wick. The hourly is against you, the 4 hours against you, and the daily is against you. So every single time frame apart from that 15 is with you. So for me, it would be a very, very scary trade getting in, because 50-minute is the lowest confirmation in all of the candles, in all of the times up here, apart from obviously 5-minute. So it's a very low confirmation. So yeah, you gotta wait. I think for continued sells below 152.200. I'm still holding your gold trade, stop loss and profit. Nice, beautiful work, brother. Potentially exceeding that high now. Nice work. Did you guys trade? Is Phil held us on? Or did Finn take it off? Because it should be coming to TP over here. Oh, if it blast above, that would be pretty decent. I wonder if Finn and Scott have held on some runners over here. Let's take a look. Yeah, so that's going to be interesting with the inflation rate. Is this? Yeah, so this is the change in forecast for inflation over a month. Fuck. So if it's like 0.8, you times that by 6 months, 4.8. That's ridiculous. That's way too much. So breaking above 1988. I mean, wow! If this breaks above over here, you could be in for some. For me, is it gonna? I'd probably give it the opportunity, to be honest with you. How far is this low? Oh, no, it's like another 15 pips on that. Yeah, I'd probably just close. I'd leave like a tiny little runner on, but I'd close 90-95% of everything there now. Because it is London. Is there enough volume to, fly up, etc.? Probably not. If there's bad news on US today, would Bitcoin not go up? It doesn't seem to launch like you do with gold. It doesn't. I don't think it does. I think every time it kind of just slumps as well, because the whole market as a whole is a bit scarce. Bitcoin and cryptos are not safe havens. They're quite risky assets, so people will pull out their money when things are a bit risky, even when so if the US is having a bad time, cryptos, currencies all going to go down, and gold is going to go up, and JPY obviously, because it's a risky asset. So people pull their money out of risky assets and US shares and stocks and stuff, and just whack it in gold at the time being. That's why gold's so high. How many trades do you normally take a week? It depends on the week. It depends on the setups. But like I'd say on average, probably. I'd say on average maybe 7 or 8. Yeah. Recently been a lot lower because there hasn't been many entries that I use. But yeah, maybe like 7 or 8. So this week we've had a GJ buy, another GJ buy, a GJ break even, and then this gold. So three winning trades that have been talked about and called, which is good. And 1 loss. Oh, sorry, 1 break even, which is grand. Yeah, there you go. So that's a pretty good area to take your trade off here. Don't be too greedy. Don't be too greedy. Take a look at Tempest's daily story. Does he use EMAs? Yeah, I think he does. I think he likes a bit of confidence for sure. I think he does like it. Potential buy in 9 or sell? Oh, I have no idea. Gotta go, my boy isn't feeling well. I go and get him from school. Oh God, bless him. Alright, see you later, my brother. See you later, Vincent. Bless him. What was your initial capital? So my initial trading balance was probably 200 quid. The start. Yeah. Yeah, 200 quid. He's 13 and 50 at the AMA. I am in his group. 13 and 50. Yeah, I think it gives him a bit more confirmations, a bit more confluences, which is nice to see. Thank you very much for subscribing, Mohammed, my boy. So yeah, I'm gonna be on Nick's stream again. I'm gonna go on that for a second, so which is nice to see. Where is he? Yeah, I'm going on Trader Nick's. Not this week. I think it's next week. I've been on it once, but yeah, gonna do it again. Say hi to him and his squad. So that'd be nice to see. That'd be nice to see. What are your confluences for the gold trade? Well, we had the 4-hour confluence of bullish and making some support. We didn't have the daily, which is the only thing, but that didn't really mind me because we were really respecting. We had a strong, engulfing 15-minute candle closure and a 30-minute bullish exceeding the previous. So there's a lot. Banana's on vacation this week. Yeah, Milan's vibing. GG potentially creating resistance. Let's take a look. I don't think it's happened yet. It looks like we've just closed bullish. We exceeded the high of the previous as well, so those buys may play out. But for me, there's no way I'm taking a buy here with that hourly looking like that. Hell no. That'd be very scary. For sure, boy. What is this? I thought you didn't take the gold trade. No, I didn't, but I called it out to everyone else. I just couldn't. I was writing the signal and I couldn't take the trade whilst I was writing it. But it still counts because I did call it. Get in on the flip, boy. Yeah, so look at this now. Tapped 1988. That's where you should be taking them positions off. Beautiful work, man. Very, very simple. As I say, don't be too greedy. If you got in here this perfect time, and you took that trade, you're up 50 pips. Just chill about. Do you come live daily? Yes, and then I do NY session as well with my group over here. And also, just after the stream, in like 40 minutes, 50 minutes or so, I go and do a simulation session with them as well. So yeah. So yeah. So yeah, gold now exceeding the low of the previous 15. The 30-minute is coming down as well. But that was the level to take the trade off over here. So yeah, I think after this GJ move over here, it depends if it was news or not. If it was news and not that important, which it looks like it potentially was though with how much move is going, it may potentially retrace and then cause some resistance, then continue down again. But as I say, I'm gonna wait until NY session, and that's gonna be below like these levels. Because if you get below these levels, we're coming below, this resistance and this support level like here, and then we should fill this zone up, which would be nice. It's like a nice 100 pip move. You didn't take that trade, bro. How can you write it down? Because I gave it to my members instead. Are you on official ins sometimes? Yeah, I join official ins. I watch her a lot. Me and her are tight, man. She's cool as hell. Yeah, she's sick. She's sick, man. actually is pretty cool. Let's take a look at this. Yeah. So yeah, are you on official Lins? Yeah, so Lins, I'm on quite a lot after stream, like watching recaps and stuff. It's good, man. The good thing is like always looking at other people, other streamers, how they trade and stuff. Always taking advice from people near you always helps to grow, man. You know, big advocate of that. You know, you can't be saying, oh, this person sucks, this person's good. Like, you know, look at look at everyone's trades. Look at how they got in, how potentially you could get in at their times. It's always good to look. And it's funny because like the difference between months in streamers is mad. Like December, I remember December, Controller wasn't really getting that many trades. Yeah, he barely had any trades in December, but I was smashing it. And obviously now he's doing really good trades, and I'm chilling. There's not many trades I can take because the stops are so big. It's just funny how it comes in circles, you know. Max, you know YouTube will copy shit you because of the whistling. Oh, so as I said here, be careful with this GJ. Did you actually get 10 pips if you got that? Oh, nearly. So you open your trade with support and resistance only. What do you mean? Like, drawn on the chart? Yeah, that's all I need, man. That's how I learned, so I'm not going to change it. I mean, you know, I could have let's take a look over here. So let's just see. Yeah, what does he look? 50 EMA. Let's just take a look over here. That's all of them. But, anyway. So what's that red one? Yeah, red one came above, nice, but you know, for me, like, even though it's above, it may give you like that bit extra confidence that you need. But like, I already got that because this candle closed above the zone, making some good support. I mean, the other thing that was pretty good about that EMA is the actual lower wick of this 15 tapped that line, which is quite nice. I don't know what the fuck that means, but it looks cool. Looks pretty cool. So this 50-minute candle is going to close over here. So is the 30 in 6 minutes time. Does it have enough momentum and volume to continue still back down? It's still 20 pips to the low, to be fair. Interesting. I agree, man. I love being a student of trading, just picking people's brains and trading styles. Yeah, I think it helps being in a, like, watching other streamers and traders who trade similar. If they trade it completely different, then you're just fucking yourself over because you're looking at a strategy that's just so opposite. Like, for example, when I go and trade a Nick's here, Trader Nick completely trades the complete different way to me. He trades like through different days. He trades like GU, and he trades it like, he says he'll check the charts every like 4 hours with his trade being open. Obviously my trades last like 15 or 30 minutes, so it's completely different. So there's no point getting advice from someone like that because their trading style is just so different to yours. Like, their stops are like 150, 200 pips and yours are 10. Like, it's just so different. So different. So if this hourly closes, where's it going to close? Yeah, it's going to be closing in that zone. There is hourly support right there, but could fill them wicks up at 180. Nick is break and retest too. I used to trade that way. Yeah, break and retest. I saw some of his moves and they made sense. Like, I kind of like told him, like, if that was in the 15-minute, I'd take that. Yeah, or the 30-minute. So that's pretty true. I love the way you work. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, make sure you like the stream, guys, if you're enjoying today. Beautiful gold that we looked at, which is nice to see. And yeah, later on, I think I'm going to be looking for GJ sells still to continue down, 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 down. So yeah, I think I'm going to leave it off here there, guys, because there's nothing much from me. Let's take a look at this GJ closure. My only issue, so the issue I have here, right, is this candle's closing. Nice, it could potentially fill this zone. My only issue I have is on the hourly time frame. It's a different story, okay? The hourly's closing, and look where the hourly's going to close. Above this hourly support. So, you know, it could potentially hold this, and I may get stuck in taking a trade here when actually it's a big rejection zone. What I'm going to wait for is I'm going to wait for price to potentially be down here, and then take trades in this area. Why am I going to take trades in this area? Well, because there's clean candles to the left. So price in this area should move beautifully and continue down. One thing we can do just before we leave is Wordle. Get your brain going for the day. If you've got any, if you're going to work after this, then you know you've had a nice start to your day, nice good brain activity. Even doing like trading on the start of the day before you got work is really good for your brain. It's like, you know, you're training it and shit. It's training it up. I know quite a lot of people who do the London stream go to work and says they feel pretty good after doing it, you know, feel good. You can trade all the time from pre-market till Asian. Exactly, just find your little slot and then just trade it. Let's try this one, Apple. That's a good one. Ooh, wow. Okay, we've got a lot of information here. So the A must be either here or here. There's no AE. An A there would be nice. And the L must be either there or there. The L. A P there. That's bad because you repeated the L's. Nah, that looked good. That looked good. Do you stream your NY session as well? Yeah, I stream it with the mentorship group, which is here. And then I'm gonna do a simulation with them in a sec, like in like 45 minutes or so. Wow, this one's fucking hard today. Holy crap. Plain. Nah, the P needs to be there. Maple. Maple. Oh no, because the L can't be there. Oh my god, this one's hard, bro. A P in the middle? A letter with a P in the middle. La. I have fucking no idea for that one. Ooh, 30-minute closed. Completely flipped that candle just before the end, man. Yeah, this one's tough, man. The past like 4 days, we've had 3 lines in a row. I don't think I'm gonna get this one. L has to be there or there. So it has to be either begin with an L or the second letter L. Yeah, Meeple look good, man. It's just the L. Mentorship is on the Telegram. Yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, GJ pushing. This is looking like a bit of volume, bit of news again. Is it going to just retrace and completely reject that whole area again with the fundamentals to push again? Shee! Oh, look at Goldie. Yeah, this is definitely the talks. Remember, the talks are being playing right now, so just be careful. Just be careful. Oh my god. Oh my god. Just went up 20 pips and then just retraced. Oh shit, yeah. This is news, guys. Please, for the love of Jesus, do not take trades here. The good call just done as well. You'd be taking sells and now you're just in 60 pip drawdowns. Oh, be careful. Right, fuck. I'm gonna have to wait until NY session to do this. Holy shit. But yeah, guys, thank you very, very much for for staying on the stream with me today. Really, really good work. Look at that gold trade. That's the only trade you could potentially take. GJ was slow. Slow as in the moves were done before the candles closed and just ran pretty quickly. So that's a bit of a shame. But yeah, be careful of the news. Wait for this meeting to finish, and then later on at NY session, you're gonna have a much cleaner session. So yeah, guys, thank you very much. Zoom, I'll see you very soon at like 9:45, 10 o'clock. But yeah, guys, peace out, man. See you later, alligator.
Hey, Max, see you later.
See you later, guys. Peace out, man. See you later, YouTube. Thank you very much. Make sure to like the stream before you leave, man. Takes 2 seconds, man. Peace out, guys. Thank you. See you later, alligator.